CHUO89.1. My name is Mitchell Kaplan. Campus Cursive is a University of Ottawa student group that brings together people through letter writing, hand letter writing. It's launched a new speaker series entitled Compassionate Conversations, focusing on providing support to students. And to find out more about it, I'm joined in the studio by Natania Abebe of the group, along with Angela Koskie, who will be speaking to the group next Tuesday. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Natania, why did you want to get into these particular issues of support and mental health and such?
I think the biggest reason is because everyone talks about how there's stigma in stigma for those who experience mental health issues or just general life issues, but there's not a lot of action behind it. There's not a lot of doing. So I wanted to sort of just address it head on and talk about the things that people don't talk about. You know, people just tend to walk around and live their lives, and we don't know what's really going on behind closed doors.
And what are those things that people don't talk about?
Sorry?
What are those things that people don't talk about?
I mean, anything. Like, for example, in terms of student life experience, anxiety is a big one, depression. I read a study the other day, like, you know, maybe 60% of students are experiencing high levels of anxiety and, you know, anything really.
Are there particular things that drive that anxiety that are unique to students?
I can only speak for myself, but, you know, pressure to sort of figure out what you want to do with your life, pressure to do well academically. I think those are big reasons why students feel anxiety, and also financial reasons, of course. You know, school's not cheap.
No, definitely not. Now, Angela, you, I guess you have, you wear many different hats, yoga teacher, a lot of things. What are you seeing in terms of mental health issues, perhaps with students?
Well, I can only really speak from being a student way back in the day. It's been a while now. I just mentioned that it's been 10 years since I graduated from law school at Ottawa U, but I can totally relate to what Natania is saying about pressure to do well, and it's coming from all areas, like self-imposed or from parents or, you know, teachers, or the demands on getting a job after school. I think it really affects people in more ways than we realize.
What is your message?
My message is just to be true to yourself and to be authentic. You know, I spent all of my student years, my university years, and, you know, a lot of time thereafter leading a double life, basically. You know, I suffered from a lot of anxiety. I had an eating disorder, but I didn't talk about anything, you know. Everything was fine on the outside. I was excelling in school, you know, I had friends, I had support, but I did not share my story. And I lived that double life, and it's no way to live.
Well, you, I guess, you know, it sounds like it's more than a double life, because you've lived several different lives in terms of career. You've gone from the military to law, to yoga teacher, and all that. What drove those changes?
Initially, my drive was to please. You know, I joined the military to please my parents and didn't really ask myself what I wanted to do. And there I was, you know, 20 years later, still trying to find what my passion was. And through a variety of unfortunate circumstances, my dad taking his own life, being, you know, the major player, I was forced to look at myself and say, what am I doing? And that led me to retiring from the military and pursuing yoga teacher and speaking out about mental health and just trying to help others in my own way.
So would you say that at this point that you're in the place that you want to be?
Well, I don't really see it as a destination. I think I'm constantly on that journey, but I'm definitely headed down the right path. Like, I was going down the wrong path, and I made that switch, and I feel really positive about it. So yeah, I'm pleased with where I'm at right now.
From what you've seen, how does Canada compare to the United States in terms of resources that are available in dealing with mental health issues? I don't know, for veterans or whoever else.
Well, I know I just recently completed teacher training, yoga teacher training in the States to deal with PTSD for veterans or others suffering from high anxiety or stress levels. And they've really come on board with using yoga as an alternative therapy, and as in conjunction, of course, with our traditional therapies. And I really hope that Canada can go in that direction as well.
And do you have a goals on what you would like to do with that training that you have now?
Most definitely. I would really like to see yoga being brought to veterans, and in an accessible way and in a cost-effective way. Yoga is a very expensive endeavor, and it doesn't need to be. I think we really need to bring it back down to its roots and try to provide something that's accessible and affordable to people suffering, not only veterans, but teens and others.
Natania, what other types of guests can we look forward to seeing in this series?
So Angela's our first speaker for this semester, but next semester we have a couple of profs coming in who are from the Faculty of Health Sciences, as well as other students, undergraduate students. So I can't give too much, but, but yeah.
If people want to attend this particular meeting, what should they do?
Just come by. It's on November 24th at 9 a.m. In UCU 206. You don't have to pay a fee or anything. You can come by. And we'll also have lots of food, so you can have.
That's good. If people want to get in touch with Campus Cursive, and not necessarily to write you in a handwritten letter, but they want to get in touch with you, how can they do so?
So we mostly communicate through Facebook. So if you go on Facebook and search Campus Cursive U Ottawa, we should be there. If not, you can email us at uofoccampuscursive@gmail.com.
I've been talking to Natania Abebe of U of O Campus Cursive about Compassionate Conversations, the first episode of which will be presented on November 24th in the Unicenter Room 206 at 9 a.m. Also been talking with Angela Koskie, who will be the first speaker. Thanks to both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's 5:29. This is Click Here on CHUO FM 89. Click Here is heard every Wednesday.